Yeah, you already know what it is. Lethal Talent 24, dive bombing at you with some Eagles content. Let's go. Yo, what up, clan? It's your boy back at you with another video. And yo, we got 5 Eagles Pro Bowlers, all right? Which is great. So, that being said, we know that Jason Kelce, Brandon Brooks, Zach Ertz, Fletcher Cox, and long snapper Rick Lovato are going to the Pro Bowl. My thoughts on that? That's great. But I don't want to see them playing because that means we're deep into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So, whoo, you know what I'm saying? We gotta, I want that because nobody expects us or believes that we can do that. And what greater story would it be to actually be in that position? But I'm not jumping ahead. I'm just saying it would be a great story. Now, a couple of interesting things that I had that I just wanted to bring up to you guys. And it's just about the differentiation of the stats or whatnot between the Redskins game and the previous game against the Giants. I know we got the Cowboys, but this should show us in areas that we need to improve versus areas that that we have improved. So I want to kind of go over that with you guys. All right. Now we all know that in the Redskins games we won 37-27, and our total team offense, right? In the game against the Redskins, we had 415 yards out of 73 plays. All right. In the Giants game, if you compare that to the Giants game, we had 418 yards out of 85 plays, which I guess you could say that we had, since it was overtime, we added more plays to it. Now, we had less yards in the Redskins game, but obviously we had more plays and more yards in the Giants game. All right. So we actually apparently we didn't need overtime. We won the game in amazing fashion, and we improved in that area. Now, our penalties, right? We had 7 penalties for 54 yards. We gave them 54 yards in penalties, either, on the defensive side or it worked against us on the offensive side. We know Jason Peters, again, with the false starts, you know what I'm saying? So that's got to improve because, as far as offensively, we had 4 fumbles. You know what I'm saying? We had 4 fumbles. We only had 1 turnover because of that sack. And then Dwayne Haskins tried to lateral it. It ended up being a fumble. We all know that. Bradham picked it up, ran with it, right? So, and that was a great play by Maddox. So, and then Wentz, as far as the fumbles on our side, where we gave them, it's all about ball security. We gave them the ball. We gave them 4 opportunities to get the ball. And no, that cannot happen against the Cowboys. So they need to improve on that. You know what I'm saying? And we got 3 first downs by penalties. So, I'm going to go over that, how we can use that against the Cowboys. Use their aggressiveness against them. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what the Bears did against the Cowboys. So I'm going to go over that in another video. Now, against the Giants, though, we had 4 penalties for 30 yards. So that is a regression in the penalty area. You know what I'm saying? So not only did we give up the ball or give them 4 opportunities to get the ball from us for turnovers, then we gave them 54 yards, free yards on the defensive side and on the offensive side. Where it hurt us and where it helped the Redskins. All right? So, in the Giants, we were much more disciplined. Against the Giants, we were much more disciplined. That has to be fixed. Now, on 3rd down, against the Redskins, we were 11 of 16 on 3rd down. Great. And again, against the Giants, we were 9 of 20 on 3rd down. We have improved in that area. That's what I like to see. We are converting on 3rd downs, and we're making the most of it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was due to running the ball. So kudos to the Eagles on that. 4th down efficiency, we didn't go for it on 4th down as far as I know. But we did give up 2 sacks. And that has to improve. That O-line has to be better. especially going against the Cowboys. Now, the offense had 27 total first downs. Now, 15 of those were passing, 9 were rushing. So I would like it to be a little bit more balanced, but I'll take it. It's not too far off. Now, we were 4 out of 5 in the red zone, so that's basically 90%, right? So we got to get better. You know, we got to make sure it's 100%. So we come away with a touchdown every time. I know that's asking a lot, but screw it. You know, score a touchdown when you're in the red zone. All right? So, and look at this, or just hear this for a second. Our time of possession was 13 minutes and 54 seconds longer than that of Washington. So we had 36 minutes and 57 seconds, and the Redskins had the ball for 23 minutes and 3 seconds. All right, so that's great. As far as team, we got to control the time possession. We got to do that going into the Dallas game. Now, the individual stats, whatnot, Wentz has been, or he's shown improvement. He's been improving, so that's great. He was out of 43 attempts. He had 30 completions for 266 yards, and he averaged 6.2 yards per play, basically. And he had 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's great. His QB rating, though. His QB rating in the Washington Redskins game was 109.3, where against the Giants, it was 97.5. Ironically, that's one of the names of the sports radio shows in Philadelphia. So, I mean, that's great, you know. That's awesome. Now, defensively, or not defensively, I'm sorry. Miles Sanders, 122 yards, and that was out of 19 rushing attempts. So in his longest run was that 56-yard run. He had that one rushing TD, and he also had a reception, touchdown reception. But his receptions were, he had 6 of them for 50 yards. That was great. And, you know, as far as receiving goes, now I know Boston Scott did some stuff. He did great. So just shout out to him. Now, Zach Ertz, as far as receiving, had 5 receptions for 61 yards. He was averaging 12.2 yards per play, and he had a long pass for 27 yards. He had a TD. Carson Wentz missed him on a couple of throws, whatnot, where he needed more touch. He needed to put more air under the ball. He's got to get better at that. But, you know, you just got to give Zach Ertz that opportunity, even though he did drop a couple of balls in that game. So if they hit your hands, you're a receiver or a tight end or whatever. If your job is to catch the ball and it's in your vicinity, you got to catch it. Dallas Goedert had 5 receptions, 55 yards, 11. He averaged 11 yards a play. He had a long catch to 20 yards, so I believe that was that one-handed catch that he had, which was awesome. Greg Ward balled out, 7 receptions for 61 yards. He had that touchdown at the end. On that, really, he was averaging 8.7 yards per play. And that was just on that drive alone. So that was great. So he had the amazing touchdown at the end, as we all know. Defensively, we gave up against the Washington Redskins 362 yards, where against the Giants, we gave up a total of 255. We actually, and this is against a rookie quarterback. We held a 38-year-old veteran quarterback in their total team yards to 255, but we gave up 362 to Adrian Peterson and Dwayne Haskins. Got to do better. That stuff cannot happen against the Cowboys, all right? So they regressed in that area, right? Now, they had one turnover. We got one turnover out of 3 chances. Darby could have had an interception. Maddox could have had an interception if he had turned his head around. And, I mean, he just deflected that long pass. And then, you know, and then Maddox got the sack, which led into the fumble. Now, the turnovers, really, since we got that one, that's an improvement. On 3rd down, Washington was 4 out of 10. So they were below 50%. And the New York Giants were 2 out of 12, which they were below basically 25%. So we actually regressed in that area. We have to do better. We did better against the Giants than we did against the Redskins, and that can happen. All right, so Dwayne Haskins, I mean, we made him look like a Pro Bowl quarterback. when he's been struggling all year. So, I mean, for him to have the day he did, 19 completions out of 28 attempts for 264 yards, 2 touchdowns. No. We need to make Dak Prescott look more like a bum than he already is. And I understand that he's hurt right now. He can't. Jason Garrett said he can't function well. Well, you know what? I mean, he's too young for Viagra. I'm sure his girlfriend wants him to go play with that dildo that Zeke and he had.
Little dick faggot motherfucker.
But, his shoulder, his bum shoulder, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? He hurting. So, tell him to go find some Sinzu and, you know what I'm saying? And, have a great day. We'll find Krillin, have him throw a Sinzu out his head. Sensu or whatnot. We sure he can't catch it. He's just too much of a bum. But anyway, I digress. Oh, man. So the Washington Redskins had 19 total first downs with 10 passing first downs and 7 rushing first downs. And 2 first downs were on penalties. So, again, there goes the penalty bullshit. So, yeah, those penalties went into the Washington Redskins' favor. Now, New York had 11 total first downs. That's a regression, all right? The Washington Redskins averaged 7.1 yards per game versus our 5.7, where the Giants' total game average was 4.9. So, we regressed in that area because we gave up too many yardage, rushing and passing. You know what I'm saying? So Washington was 2 of 2 in the red zone, where we held New York to 0-1. So that's a regression. Defense against the Cowboys, y'all need to step up. Point blank and period. Do you understand me? It is on you. It is imperative that you are on your P's and Q's. Now, like I said, I'm going to make a video. It's going to be like a short video, whatnot, of plays that have worked against us in the past. If I can get around to it, I definitely will. Either now, I'll just speak on it. But they have to get better. You know what I'm saying? They gotta stand up against the Cowboys and create turnovers. Be stingy. Do not give up yardage. Stop the run. You know what I'm saying? You gotta focus on the run and stopping Ezekiel Elliott, which is something we have not done since Dallas first drafted Zeke. We have to stop him first. Okay, so, and then we just got to get our opponents off the field. If that third down conversion rate told you anything, we have to get these guys, we have to prevent more first downs. And if they're on third down, we have to make plays to stop them. 3 and outs are your best friend a lot of the times if you can't get turnovers. All right, so, they just got to minimize those first downs, that the opposing offense gets. And, if we can do that, we're golden. So, like I said, I'll talk more about it later in another video. But for right now, that's all I got for you guys. So, if you like this video, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And please comment in the section down below and let me know what you think and how we can, what are more stats, or if you know of any, or, if you have any opinions on the matter. So, go Birds, EAGLES, Eagles, and that's what's up. You guys take it easy. Peace.